Lilly wakes to the sound of a metal door clanging against cold, damp stone. Somebody's boot nudges her in the ribs, then winds her with a solid kick. A hood covers her face, but her hands and feet are free. "Which one's slave and which one's master?" laughs a Bloodhawk. She hears another kick, and Markius grunt in pain. Suddenly, more sounds, a scuffle, grunts, groans, then the sickening sound of a breaking neck. It's Markius. "You're right, Lilly." Before she's able to answer, a chair topples in the outer room and the sound of heavy footsteps coming her way. She reaches for her staff only to find it's not there. Blinded by her hood, she steels herself.
There's more.
Holy cow. Of course, Lilly's blinded. At least, looks like everybody is actually here. Bones and Markius. Lilly, gravely wounded, gropes for a corner, finds one, and stands within, perfectly still, terrified. Markius removes her hood to reveal their prison, an underground cell with 2 Bloodhawk captors that lie dead on the floor. With trembling hands, Lilly consumes 2 healing potions. Fear turned to fury. She won't even speak to Markius for the moment. She can't believe he let this happen, and then to let harm come to her. What kind of guardian is he? She remains silent on the promise of a ShadowGuard initiation. It's time for Bones to investigate further. Their equipment's been taken by the Bloodhawks. Markius is missing his sword and crossbow, and Lilly her staff. They even had found her new dagger. Confident the room is safe, Lilly approaches the chest, hoping it contains at least her staff. Otherwise, Markius is a man. He should know how to fight with his fists like any other brute. Her precious staff. And new dagger. Also, a bit of coin and a curious-looking key. Oh yeah, and Markius' stuff too. With the captives fully armed, they decide to take the only exit available, a rusted metal door in the far corner of the room. Lilly sets Bones to scout ahead, but forgets that he doesn't know how to use a key. Bones could smell him before he even saw him. A Bloodhawk. Big Bones is gonna try to sneak up behind. The panther beckons his mistress to come forth. She commands Markius to follow, expecting him to excel admirably in his duty to protect her. He better. Now that he has the tools of his trade, There's no excuse. Alright, there's quite a few of them in the room. I think Bones will probably try to draw them out.
You will die!
Of course he missed. Alright. Well, I think, yeah, might as well. Summon creature 2.
You have to be eviscerated, fool! You have to be eviscerated, fool!
Acid Splash.
You have to be eviscerated, fool!
Magic Missile for the archer in the back. Alright. Not as tough as might have thought. I think Bones has found some more. No. Alright. It appears to be a barracks of some sort. Filthy beds, rickety furniture, and a fire pit. Even the prison cell was nicer accommodations than this. She commands Bones to break open the chest while she verifies what that awful smell is. Sure enough, it's Grom and tongue. Those swine were probably gorging themselves on it. Lilly shudders with disgust. Some coin and a potion of bark skin. Lilly won't sneeze at it, but she's starting to wonder exactly what Markius is looking for, or perhaps who he's looking for. Whether she wants to or not, she's about to find out. Alright, Lilly being summoned practically into this makeshift throne room, the stench of rot and decay hanging heavily in the air. Sitting nonchalantly before her is an elven man, his thin face twisted in a cruel sneer. His guards shift uncomfortably as he beckons her closer. It's Jhordak. Well, well, well. I trust you woke pleasantly. Allow me to welcome you to my little lair beneath the city of Ghaarak. Business is slow, but profitable. We so seldom receive visitors in this place. Well. Yeah, I guess she doesn't know who necessarily it is. Markius, I believe I can help with that. This accursed piece of filth is called Jhordak. Jhordak claps his hands in delight. It is good to see you again, my old friend, Mr. Albright. I knew the day would come when our paths would cross once more. Oh, I'm sure you thought you were terribly clever in tracking me down to this lair, but I assure you I was quite aware of all your inquiries into my whereabouts, old friend. You should have stayed in hiding, Markius. There are few who escape my grasp, and those who do would be well advised to stay out of it once and for all. But not you. No. You keep coming back. You simply had to follow me. Had to involve yourself in my affairs, didn't you? That is a mistake I should make you sorely regret. Yes. Very sorely indeed. Yeah, apparently they know each other. To answer your question, Markius and I know each other quite well. He was the only slave to ever escape my clutches, and now I can finally punish him for all the humiliation I've suffered on his behalf. Markius clenches his fist, his jaw set in grim determination. You were mistaken, Jhordak. The humiliation has just begun. Jhordak sneers. I tire of this witless banter. You and your companion shall die this night, slave. Mark my words. Yeah, certainly sounds like things have come to a head. He motions to his men. Come, let us show these precocious upstarts what comes of crossing the blades with the Bloodhawks. Oh boy. Alright. Getting quite a few of them. And it looks like Lilly's summoned boar is about to depart. Yeah, and there's 2 archers back here. First, probably, Crest of the Guardian for shield. Okay. I think she needs bones to guard her while she tries to take care of the archers. Melvs.
No escape! I'll see you dead!
Magic missile.
Die at my hand!
Oh, lost it. Magic missile.
Let the earth take you! Let the earth take you!
May you rot in the hells for all eternity, Jhordak. It's Markius' taunt.
Taste of my wrath!
Lilly gives Markius a healing kit in order for him to tend to his own wounds. She then proceeds to loot the slave master's corpse. She finds a strange double-ended weapon, yet another curious key, and to her satisfaction, a wand, though she doesn't openly admit she can't discern its powers right away. In fact, when she attempts to identify it, she forgot to stir the necessary wine and crushed pearl concoction with an owl's feather, and will have to wait until later to know more about it. She lies to Markius and explains that the wand is spent and she'll simply have to recharge it later. With Jhordak dead and having presumably helped end the slave trade here in Ghaarak, Lilly feels confident she's met another challenge put to her by the ShadowGuard recruiter. But Markius was nothing more than a common slave before his service to the Emperor? Lilly wonders if she's been deceived. Maybe he doesn't represent Emperor Akhana at all. She doesn't yet dare confront him about it without any proof to the contrary. She was referred to him by Instructor Jarvis, after all.
You will die!
Alright, acid splash.
No escape! I'll see you dead!
Alright, we just lost Bones. Lilly recalling Bones. what does Instructor Jarvis know? Not much. Lilly was always correcting him during the lectures. He could have easily been tricked, being the fool that he is. It's then that Lilly remembered Chancellor Varun acknowledging the ShadowGuard recruiter. But he has obvious disdain for the Black Estate. What if it's a conspiracy? Markius gets his revenge against his former master and then murders the magistrate's daughter right here in these damnable sewers. While climbing the rope, Lilly contemplates fleeing, but tries to stay calm. Markius looks upon Lilly, his expression drawn in troubled thought. Finally, it's over. Jhordak has met his doom. Lilly quickly forgets the conspiracy as she covers her nose and mouth with both hands. I thank you for it, lass. Know that you have my eternal gratitude for your aid in this matter. Some fellow travelers have made the journey north with me and are boarding at the tavern. Kara Dinesh and Taran Lightfingers. Of course, Lilly's met Kara, but we've seen Taran Lightfingers playing cards. But she hadn't realized that they're acquaintances of the ShadowGuard recruiter. If not, I recommend you seek them out and make their acquaintance. Rakaz's blessing upon you, Lilly. I wish we could speak further, but I need to be alone with my thoughts for now. We'll meet again, you have my word. With that, Markius turns and leaves, his form disappearing in the dark reaches underneath the city of Ghaarak. We'll meet again, you have my word. What did that mean? No matter. If he were to have made an attempt on her life, she's convinced he would have made it already. Kara. She almost forgot. She wanted to tell her everything that happened with Malgor's spirit. But Taran Lightfingers? He was that cheating halfling playing cards with the Minotaur and the Ranger. What a strange companion for the ShadowGuard recruiter to keep. Looks like she'll have no choice but to introduce herself to such low company. Back in the market district, a cool breeze comes off the water, almost strong enough that Lilly doesn't notice the stink of the harbor anymore. She decides to do some trading. First, she brings the strange double-ended weapon she recovered from Jhordak to Tagnar Forgehammer, trusting he'll give her a fair price for it. Yeah, Vaka, a two-bladed sword. Designed to be the ideal weapon for both attack and defense during a duel of blades. A wand of lightning. How embarrassing to have Tagnar Forgehammer, of all people, not only help her identify it, but give her a warning to its instability, as if she didn't know. She politely allows him to finish his obviously rehearsed routine speech while ignoring him, wondering if she'll need to actually use the wand in the days to come, facing other challenges set by the ShadowGuard recruiter. She hopes not. After a quick trade with Savannah, Lilly spots some curious people standing by the district gate. Their attire is blood red, reminding her of the followers of the Crimson Light she read about in the Chronicles of Oberon. She hadn't considered there might actually be any here in Ghaarak. Or are they priests of Akhana? Well, that's Kara's goddess, the mistress of death. Making sure Officer Ganelin is nearby, Lilly is too curious not to see what this is about. Before Lilly stands a man adorned in blood-red armor. his face concealed behind a hideous mask. Just the mere sight of him is enough to send shivers down Lilly's spine. And he points at Lilly. "You there, elven woman! I must speak with you." "I am Ghasaran, and I seek your aid. I have heard word that you witnessed the summoning of a spirit of the underworld in this city. I desire to know where I may find the witch who called it forth." Of course, he's speaking about Kara, which is why Lilly came over here in the first place. "Tell me of her whereabouts, and you shall be rewarded well with a purse of 500 gold pieces." Yeah, Lily's gonna lie. Mislead them to the docks. It's as if he's searching Lily's mind. So be it. Must go in search of the witch at once, before she has the chance to escape our clutches. For now, I shall give you half of your promised reward. To claim the other half, I must insist you come to the witch's location and ensure that we procure her with no difficulty. Yeah, that was not part of their agreement. "You will accept it or receive no reward, fool. I must ensure that you're telling the truth now, mustn't I? Come join us in abducting the witch. When the deed is done, you should be paid in full." They depart for the docks. Lilly needs to warn Kara right away. Introductions to that cheating little halfling Taran will have to wait.
Well met.
"So what brings you back to my chambers, lass? I would have thought our dealings were now finished." Yeah, Lilly explained to Kara about the strange men asking about her. Her eyes grow wide and her face pales in fear. "What did these men look like, lass? Tell me quickly." Explaining the blood-red armor. Kara's face grows even more pale. "The disciples of Akhana. I must get out of here." Lily'd like to know what's going on. Suddenly, Kara's eyes dart from her gaze into the door of her chamber. The armored forms of the men seeking the elven woman, and they appear none too happy. Ghasaran's voice booming behind Lilly. A latch closes, and the men barring the door from the inside so no one will interrupt. "I knew you would lead us to the witch soon enough, elven woman. Been closely watching you since our first meeting out in the streets." Kara scowls. "I should have known that foul stench I smelled upon the air was you, Ghasaran. You don't intend to ever leave me in peace, do you?" He snickers. "There's nowhere left for you to go, witch. The time has come for you to face your punishment." Kara takes hold of Lily's arm to steady herself. She feels her hand shaking beneath her grasp. "I don't know exactly how we're going to get out of this one. These fellows are not ones to be trifled with." I think Lilly fears for her own safety. Kara whispers in Lily's ear, "If you can distract Ghasaran for a moment, we may be able to surprise him with an attack. I'll use the Bloodstone. Hopefully that will be enough." Distract Ghasaran? We can try. "Thanks. Good luck, Lilly. I'll wait for the chance to pose itself, then I shall make my strike." How is Lilly going to distract the witch hunter? She decides to activate her relic of the Guardian, expecting him to call upon divine favors from the Mistress of Death, and readies her staff. Perhaps with the art of conversation. So, the little worm, do you have any last words before joining this witch in death? Yeah, I think she's going to ask why he might want Kara so badly. That is a matter which does not concern you, little fool. One which I am afraid you'll not live long enough to learn. Now prepare to meet the Mother of Death and accept her cold embrace. He lowers his mace and prepares to engage in combat. His men jump eagerly into the fray. Alright, at least Lilly. Some are prepared. Glove of invulnerability. She's practically out of spells, though. Wand of lightning. Holy cow. Perhaps Ghasaran found one witch too many.
Well met.
Kara breathes heavily with the exertion of her fight. Her eyes are clear as she looks up at Lilly. I thank you for your aid, lass. I do not know if I could have staved them off alone. Yeah, Lily'd like to know what's going on. I must flee this place soon, for others of Ghasaran's ilk may be here in the city, and this current reprieve will not last long. I feel Ghaarak is no longer safe for me. Yeah, she'd like to know why she's being hunted. Her eyes dance nervously around the room. There is truly no time for such a tale at the moment, milady. I must make my escape before more of the disciples find me. For now, I bid you farewell, lass. Who knows? Perhaps fate shall place our paths along the same road once more. For the moment, I must flee the city before it's too late. She waves in farewell and quickly exits the chamber. Lilly watches as the sultry priestess of Akhana leaves the room, and apparently her life as well. Lilly wasn't so sad to see her go. At least she has the room to herself now. In fact, there are 2 rooms available now. She almost forgot about the Bloodhawk's chest in room number 2. Trapped. This'll call for the not-so-subtle talents of Bones, the art of springing them, without getting hurt, if he can help it. Some coin and other remarkable bits you might expect to find in the possession of slavers.
No, I'm carrying far too much useless garbage. Going to have to dump some of this.
Lilly decides to donate her copy of the 7-volume History of Oberon, inscribed by the High Sage Melbeth. The one she acquired at the Imperial Grand Hall Library, to be left here, at the tavern, as a gift. A bit of charity, though she doubts any common adult staying here at the tavern would have an interest to read just the cover, or even spine, let alone simply be literate. They'll probably just find their way into the common room fireplace come winter, when there's no more kindling at hand. At least she tries to help them. The erudite fools who never seem to want to help themselves. Before turning in for the night, Lilly decides to do some last-minute trading out in the square. She's almost getting used to the idea of living so close to the market. Normally, while at the Black Estate, she'd have to plan her trips in advance. Well, if she didn't want sore feet. Her father refuses to hire a coachman. Why? She has no idea. They can certainly afford it. Maybe, just maybe, she could convince him to instead simply lease her a private room here at the Ravenclaw Tavern, so she could delay the walk back home till after her day at market. Doombringer. Forged by the dark priests of Akhana, mistress of death, Doombringer harnesses the terrible wrath of the Mother of Darkness within its steel frame. Any unfortunate enough to fall under its path rarely live to regret it. Lilly sells some of the equipment acquired from the witch hunters and the slavers, and even decides to declare her independence by selling her imperial uniform, which only reminds her of her younger days at the Imperial Academy, which she can't forget soon enough. While double-checking her satchel for any forgotten gem of a sale, Lilly ponders whether to visit the pier again. It's that time of night, and the breeze is just right, but it's still too crowded. Even if not dangerous, too many strangers makes Lilly feel self-conscious. If only Kara were here to accompany her.